This is a very different story to what you might have been hearing today. Novo is a very clean, debt-free, cashed-up gold explorer in Australia. So we are targeting those investors that like gold and like the journey that goes through by leveraging the success through exploration. So, as was said, we're Australian based. We're purely focused on gold exploration. We have a huge land package in the Pilbara. We have completed in September this year a listing on the ASX. So we now have listings on the ASX, TSX and OTC. And that listing was very important to us to provide a wider audience for investors across the globe. Our focus is on big projects. We're looking for greenfield standalone projects that could develop over 1 million ounces. We're focused in the Pilbara. The joint venture we have with De Grey Mining, which I'll talk about shortly, has been a big milestone for the company, and it really shows the success of our exploration team in bringing forwards exploration discoveries, but also shareholder value. And given our large land package in the Pilbara, which is also prospective for both lithium and nickel, we have exposure to both of those commodities through joint ventures, and we have some areas that we are actually divesting. And as I said, we're well funded. We have enough money to keep our aggressive exploration program going forwards. And we're a bit different. We plan to spend around $12 million a year on exploration. So it's a big ticket item in terms of expenditure, but it really is about our DNA and our process in looking for big projects. Gold, I think, still remains a good investment. It is strong gold prices that we've seen over the last 12 months, 2 years. The high inflationary environment that we see across the world really focuses that gold is a great investment going forwards. It is a hedge against all of the issues that we're seeing across the world, geopolitical and recession-wise. So I really think gold is a great place to be at the moment to invest. And across the world, you see gold stocks are very, very poorly priced, very low. So it's a great opportunity to invest. So this is our working area. The Pilbara is our main area, a huge area. This covers from one end to another over 400 kilometres. We've been working on this ground for over 2.5 years, looking for large gold orogenic projects. We originally started off with about 14,000 square kilometres of tenure, and we've now got that down to about 9,000. But our core area is in the middle, and we'll talk in detail about that, which we call the Egina Gold Camp. So you can see that in the middle of the picture. On the left-hand side, you'll see Balala. It's a new emerging province that we've developed. And on the very right-hand side, you'll see Nullagine Gold Operations. That project's in care and maintenance, and we've announced divestment of that project. Also on the right, you'll see the Quartz Hill Joint Venture. That is a strategic partnership we have with a Chinese-American company called Litan Mining. They have spent $2 million to earn 80% of that joint venture, and we have 20% of that lithium joint venture. An area around West Pilbara, onto the left of the screen, is very prospective for lithium and nickel, and we're in a process at the moment of divesting that area, and there is a lot of competition from lithium and nickel explorers and producers for that ground. So look forwards to that news flow going forwards. How do we look as a business? At the moment, we've got a market cap of around about 70 million Australian. Reminding you, we're listed on the ASX and TSX. We have 16 million Australian in cash, and we have an investment portfolio of around about $30 million. You can see that portfolio there. You'll see more information on our website, but that really provides us the funding going forwards for growth. And we have a great shareholder base. You know, Mark Creasy on the list there. He's a billionaire Australian gold explorer. First Sentinel is an institution. Litan Mining, who is our lithium joint venture, have a good stake. IMC, which is a shipping logistics company in Singapore, have a position. And De Grey Mining, who we have a joint venture with, has 10%. So we've got a very strong shareholder register going forwards, which is really good. We've got a very experienced board. It's made up of geological people, finance people, mining people, and importantly, Ross Hamilton on our board is an international ESG expert. So we cover all the bases that are required of an experienced board. People there have experience in growing companies and exploration, so we're well positioned. And our GM of exploration has global experience looking for gold across the world. So again, good management team, good board. So let's talk a little bit about Becher. That was the top part of the Grey joint venture. So if you go back to last year, we completed 60,000 metres of air core drilling. That's looking for gold anomalism in the surface. And from that, we identified a very large system, over 5 square kilometres of gold, low grades, but really indication of a bigger system that is there. That is really, really exciting and gave us the belief that we had the possibility of developing a big system like the Hemi Gold Project. And that led to the joint venture. So again, key takeaway, big gold system, proving up very much like what De Grey Mining has, and they've got 11 million ounces near us. Great exploration potential going forward. So we entered this partnership or joint venture with De Grey. They invested $10 million in the company. De Grey is an ASX listed company valued at over $2 billion. Their tenements are grey in this picture. They have over 11 million ounces in resource. They've just announced the DFS and they plan next year to commence construction. So it's really great to partnership with these people. They saw the recognition of our geological team, and as a result of that, they invested in the company. But importantly, the joint venture is fantastic for shareholders. De Grey have to spend $25 million within 4 years to earn 50% in the Becher project. So that's great upside for shareholders. It allows Novo to focus on other projects while De Grey spends $25 million over the next 3 to 4 years developing Becher into a resource and hopefully eventually mill feed into their Hemi Gold Project. So great outcome, great upside for shareholders and a great opportunity. And De Grey are back there doing exploration drilling. And today we put out an announcement and a bit of an update. So please keep an eye on that news flow going forward. This Egina Gold Camp is over 80 kilometres of continuous tenure that we have. The bottom part that you can see on this picture, lots of yellow dots which reflect targets, very fertile structural corridors that we've identified. And we see this area has great potential going forwards, and we've really only started the journey. And the first part of the journey has been to go drilling at Nunnery North. So you can see that on the picture down the southern part of the Egina Gold Camp. So at Nunnery North, we identified a huge area, 1.4 kilometres of high tenured gold grades in rock chips and soils, up to an ounce a tonne in some of those rock chips. So hugely exciting. That has led us to the first maiden drill program in that area. We drilled over 30 holes at 2,300 metres of drilling. We saw great continuation of mineralised gold intersected across all the holes, which is really, really fantastic. At the time of this presentation, we'd announced grades for 6 holes. So you can see those, continuation of good grades all the way through the drilling. Today we announced all of the results from the remainder of the holes. So please look for that presentation, that news release on our website. But we've seen continuation of gold mineralisation across the systems. And importantly, we're now being able to continually see those quartz veins going forwards. We'll be back at Nunnery next year to go drilling. We think this is an exciting project that could develop going forwards into a great resource. So as I said, the other exciting area that we have is Balala. And you can see on this picture, you can see Becher, our great exploration project with De Grey. You can see the grey area is De Grey's gold project and their tenure at Balala and Hemi. So we've built up very quietly this great tenure, over 100 kilometres of tenure across the Balala, focused around the Shoal Shear. So you can see that black line in the picture, that's the shear. We're looking for a repeat of the Balala gold system in that area. Very early days, not much work has ever been done here historically, but we think it has a great opportunity given the focus on that structure and igneous intrusions across that area, which are very similar to what you see at Hemi. So we see this as exciting, and early next year you'll see us go back drilling. A good reminder to everyone, this part of Australia is very hot in summer and is also prone to cyclones. So we tend not to do exploration in those months of December, January and February because it's just too risky. So you'll see us go back drilling in the Pilbara, at Nunnery and at Balala around about March next year. So on the other side of Australia in Victoria, a long way away, is something really different. So we have the Bel Topper Project. We own 100% of the project now. We used to have a joint venture partnership. What's exciting about Bel Topper is it's 50 kilometres away from the very large high-grade Fosterville mine. And we're looking for the similar geological framework that you see at Fosterville, which has been very successful. It's now owned by Agnico Eagle, produces 300,000-400,000 ounces of gold, and we're only 50 kilometres away. In 2022, our drilling program identified very strong gold grades. You can see that there, 14 metres at 6 grams, 10 metres at 4.9, 4 metres at 8.6. So since that drilling, we've done a lot of work to build up targets, including more geophysics, more soil work, analysing gold mineralisation and core from the past, and also doing a model of all the excavations that have been done by historical mining. And that has led to a new program, and we've announced today that we have started drilling at Bel Topper. We're going to drill 6 diamond drill holes for over 2,000 metres in this area, and results will come through early next year, and drilling will continue in March. So that's one of the unique things about Novo, is because we have tenements in the Pilbara and in Victoria, we're able to run a drill rig somewhere in the country all year round. And that is our aim, to be continually drilling for about 10 months of the year, providing news flow, looking for discoveries, and really exploration team are really focused on that work. So as I said, we have great exposure to both lithium and nickel. The Western Pilbara area, which is shown on the map here, some of you may be aware of Egina Resources. Egina have a very large lithium project and also nickel. Their share price has increased over 1,000% in recent times. They're in takeover mode with SQM, and we have tenements surrounding Egina minerals. And as a result of that and our focus on gold, we've been in a process of divesting those tenements. They're very competitively sought after, so you should see some news flow coming from us between now and Christmas on the divestment, and they should bring significant value to shareholders. And as I said, on the eastern side of us, we have this great partnership with Lycan Mining. American-Chinese group have invested in lithium pegmatites in our area, and they've spent over $2 million to earn 80% within those project areas. So whilst we are gold, if we do find other commodities within our tenure, we'd like to joint venture them out to people who have a really good focus on those commodities. ESG is extremely important to us. I refer people to our website and our latest sustainability statement, but operating with integrity, working with our communities is important, and really building good environmental resilience. Doing rehabilitation, looking after water, looking after the land is very important to us. We work with 9 different traditional owner groups, Aboriginal groups across our tenure. We have great relationships with them, and they are very important to us. So I do refer you to our sustainability statement, and the next couple of weeks we'll put out the new one. So just to kind of finalise, we are a big explorer. We are a bit unique in that manner. We're really focused on standalone big systems of 1 million ounces. The De Grey investment has been a big cornerstone for us, and the joint venture at Becher, which is an exciting target, has huge upside to shareholder value, and De Grey spending that $25 million over 4 years is phenomenal. It means Novo shareholders don't have to contribute to the wonderful success of Becher. We've got a great pipeline of projects, as you see. We're unique. We've got multiple targets across Australia. They're all tier 1 exciting opportunities, and we'll keep pushing those. We do continue to look for other targets in Australia, and we'll continue to do so. The dual listing on the ASX in September was fantastic. Gives us the opportunity to broaden the shareholder base. That's provided more liquidity and allowed us to bring on institutions. And importantly, well funded as an explorer, which is unusual in these times, but we've got enough money to execute our exploration program well into 2024, and we've got some investments that support us. So look, thank you very much for listening. If you love gold exploration, we're in a great environment in Australia, low sovereign risk, great environment to work with government and traditional owners and the community to explore. So thank you very much. Gilbert, happy to take questions.
Thank you, Mike, for your time here. And let's go with the first one. Avel, he's asking you, Michael, have you completed the divestment of Lurgin Gold Project, and how much cash will that transaction generate?
Yeah, good question. So the Nullagine Gold Project, as we've announced, is under divestment. We hope to complete a transaction before the end of Q1 next year. Given the type of project, bit hard to reflect on the value, but an important thing for shareholders is that project in care and maintenance. It costs us money to keep it there. We don't believe it has a great future within Novo, so removing it from the balance sheet would be a huge piece of shareholder value uplift.
Okay, this one from Tian, and she's asking, any new targets will be potentially added to your portfolio?
So we've got a huge, tenement basis. So at the moment, we're focused on Nunnery and Balala and Bel Topper, but our exploration team are continually focused on new targets. So as you see us work through, I think Nunnery will move into a position where we do continuous drilling. We're targeting Balala. You'll see next year that we focus on other areas as they lift in the exploration effort.
And this next question coming from Mir, she's asking you, your share price, company share price, have gone down quite a bit in the last couple of years, and what are the reasons behind this?
Yes, it's a good question. So Novo is a very different now. We've had to restructure the company. It's been reborn under a different umbrella of being explorer. Previously, there was a strategy to mine conglomerate gold and to go into operations, which is why Nullagine was purchased, was not very successful. And so the best way to look at Novo is, from 18 months ago, 2 years ago, we drew a new line in the sand. We shut operations down, restructured the business, paid off debt, and we've reformed ourselves into an explorer. So new shareholders coming on board don't have that baggage. They continually can look forwards to the exploration success.
Great. And the final question is asking, what's the track record for your management team? Is that a new management team, or what's sort of a record there?
Yeah, so we've got a new exploration team. There's 3 managers and a GM. They all have great experiences looking gold. I think the Becher discovery and the work with De Grey just really is testament to their work. The good high grades you've seen in Victoria, Bel Topper, shows that the exploration team knows what they're doing. And Nunnery is a new discovery. No one's ever drilled gold in that area. So I think our exploration team are doing a great job of discovery, and you'll see that continue.
Thank you. It's been a great pleasure talking to you, Mike, today. I understand it's really early there for you in Australia, so really glad you made it to our event.
Oh, it's a pleasure.